All right, so we're talking about building Flutter apps on Solana, and I believe a good number of us should already be mobile developers that work in Web 2, even if you're just getting started or something, or plan to build mobile apps, that's why you're here, right? So, the whole idea of this is to to show you guys the opportunity. Danny, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Yeah, all
and we
right,
can
good.
see your screen.
The whole idea of this is to show you guys the opportunity for mobile developer or folks that are interested in building cool stuff, like show you guys the opportunity on Solana, right? So that's comes and brings about our first slide, which is basically talking about the opportunity, because I believe that's why most of us are here. Now for starters, everybody here has first mover advantage. That means that you are very, very early. Why? Because okay, if you build mobile apps and you build Web2 apps, you should already know by now that it is a very saturated space, even though it's less saturated than web developers, right? It's less saturated than for those guys that build websites on Web2, right? But still, it's very saturated already, right? There's like, and I mean, it's good for the community, right? But for Web3 folks, if you saw those guys that build mobile apps for Web2, like earliest guys, the guys that got to it first, you would know how good they are now and like opportunities they've got because they were that. So we're like early into building mobile apps on Web3 globally, like not just for Solana, but every other um, ecosystem that builds mobile apps, right? So we're very early into building Web3 mobile apps, and I believe that even on the Solana mobile implementation, one of the best opportunities, yeah, one of the best opportunities because we are still early, so you can take advantage of a lot of other opportunities. Now, if you know Solana already, if you know Solana, you know that Solana creates hackathons with very serious prizes. Like when I say serious, I mean serious. For I think the breakout hackathon ended this month, and there was dollars in prizes for people that built. I mean, they've not announced the winners yet, but yeah, can check it out there. The first position, the grand champion, will take 50K, and this is just 50K apart from the 25K you're going to get or whatever position you take, right? You're going to get 50K, $1,000. Then public goods awards, university awards, this is for university students, and this is apart from the prize you are getting from each track, right? And then there's mobile award, best solution to the DApp store gets $25,000. Like you are so early that because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will not even look towards this track because everybody is building stuff on the web and infrastructure and stuff like that, right? Then each track, yeah, each track is just like this. So Solana is just known like that for hackathons with serious prizes. And part of why we are here is because by June there's an upcoming hackathon, right, from Solana Mobile, and these guys are. I mean, there's not enough details now for me to talk about from what from the hints they've given. It's going to be serious prizes too, right? So there are also grants. I don't know what I was going to write here, but there are also grants like Espresso Cash now that manages the community, uh, that manages the Solana package that's for Flutter, right? I think they got a grant recently from Solana Foundation. I did not do my research to check how much, but I'm not sure. I think 100K or something. Then also because of first mover advantage, there are also going to be jobs and it's easier to get them. I mean, Flutter developers already know about good UI, good UX, right? You can bring that your Web3 and Web2 knowledge into Web3. There's just a little um what's that knowledge curve, learning curve. It's just very small. Right? You're just going to learn a few things. And then ICMs. Now I added this personality to the list because I've seen folks by code, right? You're going to by coding. I'm pretty sure all of us know what by coding is. If you don't, you can interact in the comments, right? There are people that will answer you, and when I'm done, probably I'll take the comment section. Right? But ICM is pretty much internet capital market where you can build online and raise money online. You don't need to go to investors and long talking with venture capitalists or stuff like that, right? So you can buy code mobile apps, right? After you buy code those mobile apps, you launch coins and then you make massive money from it because I mean that's what's pretty much trending now. That's what's trending now. If you look at Believe app is doing a lot, right? And there are a lot of alternatives to Believe app and Believe app too. So I mean, ICM is a good opportunity now. I'm working on one project like that, Shabo. And then the list goes on. So now let's talk about the biggest Flutter products that are on Solana, right? I mean, if we're talking about big on Solana, you should at least know that oh, there are already existing products and okay, I should not add biggest, but I might be biased, right? For these are the biggest. So the first on my list is the Soulflare wallet, official Solana wallet, right? They have over 3 million users, and although there's no funding disclosed, right? But as of March 2025, they have over 3 million users. And if you know Soulflare, you know Soulflare is very known for giving away a lot of for their community, right? So I'm proud to say that the Soulflare is built with Flutter, right? Then others that people do not really know, but they actually exist is the Reader. So the Reader app was actually built with Flutter. Um, there's no specification of the Easy account right now and funding, right? But the Reader app was that I know, right? But the Reader app was built with Flutter. And I'm proud to say that. And then Reclaim Verifier, this one is developer focused. It's like authentication stuff, right? But Reclaim Verifier app was built with Flutter. Why? Because Flutter allows you to build for different platforms with one code base. Right? Reclaim Verifier has an infrastructure. I'm sure they did not build that with Flutter, but they built their authenticator app with Flutter, right? So they raised $6 million as of 2023 and it's developer focused. Then Sense is one what's that word? Um finance app, right? And it was also built with Flutter. I think one that came to my mind, but it's not on this list, is Espresso Cash, right? Yeah, so they have a wallet app and it was surely built with Flutter. Right? So then prerequisites for building a Flutter on Solana, right? So everybody, if you're going to be building on Solana with Flutter, you should obviously have the SDK because that's like Flutter itself. So you should have Solana CLI too. You need to interact with Solana blockchain and manage accounts locally on your device without needing to connect to the without needing to connect to the internet. That kind of sort of stuff. Solana Mobile Stack, right? So there is community maintains Solana Flutter packages by Espresso Cash for wallet and blockchain integration. Then there's a you need to set up a development environment with Flutter and Android emulator, right? So there are limitations to iOS now because of mobile wallet data restrictions. We'll talk about it later, right? But this should show you how early you are to building with Flutter on Solana, right? This should show you how early you are. Then you should have like basic knowledge of Solana, sending transactions, creating wallets, SPL tokens, what network you're on, DevNet, SNet, Minets, just basic knowledge of Solana, right? Then Flutter knowledge obviously. And then access to Solana dApp store, which is not very necessary because you can still upload to the dApp store without having like the dApp store app, right? But you can only access this dApp store if you have the Solana mobile device. There are two chapters of the device, the Saga and Solana the Sika, right? So the Sika is launching. The Sika has launched. I mean, they're going to do like a they did a pre-launch and they are shipping August, right? So you should at least try to get these devices so you can test how your apps work on the app store, that type of stuff. So if you are here and you're going to be video with Flutter, I believe you should have an X account, right? And internet connection because you should be building in public. Like the community will push you. Like the support is massive from building if you build in public. I mean, if you are doing ICM stuff, you should do it in public, right? So you should definitely have an account so because you never know who is watching. Right, no, so now what you should know about building Flutter, right? So you should know what Solana Mobile is. I already gave that there is Saga and there is Super, right? And then Solana Mobile Stack, right? Solana Mobile Stack talking about mobile wallet adapter, which is Solana's own protocol. Solana's protocol to connecting your applications to the wallets, right? I don't know if it's a little bit too technical. Are you guys still with me? Am I moving too fast? Do I need to explain what a wallet is?
Hearing you very
Now,
well.
now I'm following.
So I did not get what you said. Just go.
I speak. So you're following. You're following.
Right.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, now, so if you know what Solana Mobile is, I'm sure a good number of us already know most of what I've said. Right? This is a very basic workshop. How to connect wallets in Flutter or how to create your own wallet. I mean, if you are creating a mobile app that is for Web3, one way or the other, you have to connect with wallet because that's the on-chain identity, right? So you see somewhere along this slide. And how to send soul, how to read wallet balance, how to talk to an on-chain program. So just like how you have, I'm not going to exactly just using this analogy, right? But how you have backend in Web2, in Web2, there's like Solana programming in Web3 on Solana, right? So this Solana program handles the core logic of your um of your Web3 application on chain. It's usually very minimal compared to what I mean. It's usually very minimal, not all the time, but it's usually very minimal compared to what the the front end alternative used to look like. Or is it handles you should know how to talk to an on-chain program. Then you should know that you can build full dApps with just Flutter. Obviously, you have to have like Anchor and Rust knowledge to be able to like communicate on chain. But you should know that with just Flutter, you can build a full app. You might not even need to communicate with PDAs with Anchor. You can probably use a probably quick node. You can use quick node RPCs and there is APIs. You can use Blinks, right? You don't need it's not every app that needs to use like an Anchor program. But you should know that you can build a full app with just Flutter. And then you should know that you are very early. I'll keep emphasizing on this. And the ecosystem needs you guys, right? Because there's a lot of dev tooling to work on. There's a lot of documentation to work on. Personally, I've contributed to I think three or four um code bases, right? And there's still a lot to do because if you know JavaScript ecosystem, you know that JavaScript ecosystem is way ahead of that. Not to talk of how it is in Web3. Like there's the basic stuff has not even been done completely yet. It's that bad, right? So you are very, very early. And then after this event, you should be ready for the Solana mobile hackathon. So now let's talk about the Solana mobile stack. Right? So these guys from Solana Mobile, they built a very beautiful device called the Saga. And then they've already shipped the Saga. People are using the Saga currently. And then now there's the Sipa, which is shipping by August. But the shipping starts August. But and then they also built a way for developers to come and build on the Solana Mobile. They call it the Solana Mobile Stack. Right? So it's a framework for building mobile first apps on Solana, integrating wallets and blockchain via Flutter. I mean, Flutter here is because we're focusing on Flutter in this workshop, but Yeah, they also have support. I mean, they don't even really support Flutter yet. It's just a community um initiative for now. But yeah, it's still on our documentation. So thumbs up to them. So the Solana Mobile Stack, can check the documentation. First of all, you see these two sections, right? Then we talk about the mobile wallet adapter and this board. So the mobile wallet adapter is a way for your mobile apps to communicate with the wallet app, right? Let's I'll not exactly call it I'll not exactly call it like Gmail, right? But say for authentication in Web2, you have to use Google, right? Web3, you use the wallet app. So for you to connect to the wallet app, you have to use the mobile wallet adapter. These are the features: unified wallet integration, simple user onboarding, and user wallet choice. So they can choose their preferred wallet, right? And for this, the guys at Solana Mobile Stack developed their own protocol specification. I believe this works by using what's that word? It works by using a local I can't really remember the word right now, right? Um, their API is that sorry, can does somebody have the word? No, let's just continue. So they develop their own their protocol specification, and this specification currently has iOS issue. Why? Because iOS closes that connection. I can't believe I can't remember the word, but iOS closes that connection when you close the app, right? But with Android, it can be more flexible. So the mobile apps can still be talking with the wallet app, even when the wallet app is closed. Do you understand? Something like that. So Solana device supports wallet management, and I believe we've spoken about this, and centralized identities. We've spoken about this. So let's get into coding, right? So if you are going to be building mobile apps with Flutter and Solana, you should you should first of all be able to interact with the Solana package, right? So let's just um so this is like the foundation of wherever you're going to be building, most likely. Right? Most of it, this will be the foundation wherever you're going to be building. So you can communicate with RPCs, right? And implementation of a subscription clients can subscribe to RPCs and token program, system program, memo program, stake program, ATA programs, right? Um, it allows you to import keys using the seed phrase, allows you to import keys using private key bytes, transaction encoding, transaction signing. You can sign and build offline transactions as well as so this is like everything you should this is like everything just like I said, this is the foundation. So it's like as everything you might need to do in the easiest form, right? But since we are looking at building for the upcoming hackathon, right? Today we're not going to be really talking about using this package. We're going to be talking about using this package. I mean, it's still maintained by the same guys, and the code bases are very close to each other, tightly coupled, right? So this package can allow you to authorize users to your application, right? So let's say this is already your authorization, right? And request for airdrops if you are on DevNet or testnet to this package, which is still a form of the image probably instead, right? But let's just build a mobile app and then see mobile wallet adapter or the Solana mobile client in action, right? Um, does anybody have a question? Can you guys hear me? Am I okay?
I can hear you, Dominion.
Does anybody have a question?
No, no question. You can
Try to
carry on.
join from here. So if you
Yeah,
have a
I have a
question,
question.
right? Okay,
Uh,
okay.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear
So
you.
are we joining you coding ahead with you? As you are coding, should we join you, as you are
It's not necessary per se. Show you guys
okay.
how it works, right? And probably explain a few
Okay.
all right, yeah,
And
I see
and
there.
the, and the next thing, please, can you zoom it a little more so that we can see it? Because it's kind of blur in the eyes.
Sorry about
Thank
that.
you.
And so okay, because they see time, right? We still have like 30 minutes left. 15 to 30 minutes left. I built a very easy implementation of this Solana package, right? So let's just go over the code and probably talk about one or two things and what they mean, right? So yeah, so this is the code base. So to keep myself in check, I created like this course now to like talk about the flow of the application, right? So first things first, when you use the Solana package is right. So we're going to create a new key pair. Now this key pair is the user's wallet. In this case now, using the Solana package, and this is part of the reasons why we're not going to be talking about it explicitly in this video, is because if you are using the Solana package, you are going to have to like create the wallet for the user, right? And these are very volatile. That means that if the user deletes their application and they don't have their secret to that wallet, that means they've lost that account. And for them to get that account back, they either have to have their secret or it's like lost forever, right? So if you are building for the Solana mobile, you're not going to use this keygen feature, right? So we have to use this protocol, ETA 25519, where HT means this. What this basically means is that the wallets are the wallets are connected to each other. Like say if you have this Flutter, you see how the widgets are connected to each other like in a tree, right? So user can have different wallets and those wallets can be linked to each other, right? But when one wallet is lost, like say one of those wallets that are linked to each other is hacked, from that you cannot access the other wallet. That's why sometimes you can create a new wallet when your other wallet is hacked and probably do have issues, right? So that's basically the meaning of this, right? And key pair now is a pair of keys where one is private and one is public. So a lot of us probably already know this. I just have to go over it. So to create a new wallet for the user, we're going to use this this variable, right? And then we're going to use this one to store the user's private key. I mean, it's not very safe code, but I mean, it's just like minimal implementation of creating a new wallet user. So then we're going to create a random wallet, right? Then we're going to print this. That's basically what this code does. So then we're storing the value of the private key. I hope you guys get it, but we're storing the value of the private key. So this private key, I stored it in this file, right? It comes as the this is a obviously a list of integers, right? For what's it? I can't remember the other word to call it for. That's pretty much what the private key is. So now, flow, we're going, after creating a key pair, you can get airdrop from the faucet. Now there are different ways to get airdrop from a faucet. Programmatically, this is how to do it. Alternatively, you can also just go to our wallet, right? Um, probably like copy so copy your public address, your public key, and then go to the faucet, right? Go to the faucet, request for an airdrop. Now these airdrops are what we are going to be using to build on Solana, right? It's like because because if you're going to be building on Solana, every every action you're taking on chain has to be signed, and signing this action will cost you a little bit, right? So for developers, it's just like okay, take this free fake money. It's not exactly fake, but take this free money and use it to test while you are building. So after you are done building, if you are going to be in production, you are going to move to using real money. That's just moving to mainnet, right? So programmatically to get a drop, to get this free money to probably your new wallet that you just created, right? You're going to connect to the RPC using the Solana that package, right? Connect to the RPC. Yeah, to remember about mobile wallet adapters is this WebSocket. So they have like a local WebSocket for mobile wallet adapters, and it's like specific to Flutter implementation of mobile wallet connection, right? They have like a WebSocket that links your Web3 mobile application and your wallet application together. So because on iOS, that WebSocket will be terminated once the mobile app say the user has connected their wallet, but then they leave the mobile app. I mean, they leave the wallet app, right? That WebSocket has to like be terminated. You get. So those are still like limitations. I mean, there are ways to go around it by using blinks in your application, right? So blinks would just allow you to APIs, right? APIs, and you call your APIs. Like user can sign their wallet and also using remote specifications for WebSockets. So the WebSockets are going to be like remote instead of local. I mean that works, right? So this is just basic, pretty much connecting us to the RPC, right? This is going to be connecting us to the RPC, and then we're going to like drop ourselves with this function. So here I'm just trying to import the private key, right? This this class, right? Importing the private key. Then this is like one line of code to request airdrop. That's pretty much how easy Solana package makes it for us. I mean, it's like that on other languages too, right? For one line to ask for an airdrop, and then after that, we're going to like check out transfer. Now, in this package, there are two ways they implemented the transfer functionality. You can transfer Lamports and you can transfer SPL, right? This Lamport is the native Solana token, right? So you can just choose to transfer the Solana token itself from your wallet to another wallet. So here we'll just connect it to the RPC, and then I define the variable that will hold the other wallets. In this case, one of my second wallets, right? Yeah, so here now we're just transferring native Solana tokens to from the wallet to the destination, right? It's pretty much very basic. This memo now is like a label, right? Maybe if you are sending money on your wallet app, on your banking app, and they be like, okay, reason or something like that, right? So once the transaction goes through, want to print the transaction ID and then check it on the Explorer. Now the Explorer is like an open ledger where you can like it's not it's just an open place to see every transaction on the blockchain, right? And since we're working on the DevNet, so we're checking DevNet to see our transaction, complete transaction. Now to send the an SPL token, you are going to I mean the implementation is I think is longer than this. This one was just I was just testing something out here. But basically you are going to use this function eventually. Right? Okay, there's another alternative to doing this, but this is pretty much what works. Um, so after that, you can create your own SPL token, right? The SPL token can be anything. It can be a utility coin, it can be a meme coin. Um, create token, right? So connect to the Solana client because you are making Solana transactions, so you have to be connected to the RPC, right? So now it's just with one function that we're going to do this. Okay. This one takes more than one function, right? So we mint the token. Then associated token account is going to be calculated. The associated token account is pretty much the account for the token on the user's address, right? It's going to be calculated. Then we're creating the account. Then we're sending the transaction, right? What this does is it calculates. Um, I mean, this one can be neglected, right? It can be neglected. It's still useful. Then this is where you are creating the actual associated token account. Then you are sending the transaction on chain to mint the token, right? Minting the token on chain. So you can mint to a specific address, and then you can um. It's been long. I made it with this code, sha, but I mean that's pretty much how we use this. I'm thinking many things are repeating themselves here. But let's see the other clients, which is interacting with a mobile wallet account on like Solana on with Flutter, right? So I'm going to create a new I'm going to create a new Flutter, right? And so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to use this to yeah, so whatever we're building would show up on my physical emulator, physical device. I will be deleting this because I want to need it at all. Right. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is import the package. Right. So I'll clean this up a bit. Alright, so we have the package now. Let's just run the get started with building. I mean, it's very basic. Just a few lines of code like what you can see in the previous. Uh, Let me increase. Does anybody have a question concerning Solana Mobile, concerning this package or any previous question? Can you guys hear me? Or am I rubbing? Alright, so the application You sorry, I was out. The Starlink here went down, so like light issues and stuff. Let me share my screen so we can continue. Alright, so confirm you can hear me and you can see my screen.
Yeah. We can hear you. All right, loud and clear,
Alright,
Dominion.
so I modularized this file. I removed the main code from here, like the home page, right? I renamed it to day one and I moved it to a different file, right? So I created this function to help us to connect our wallet, and I was saying that I also created this roadmap over here for us to like, right, to like know what I'm doing because it can get a little bit confusing, right? So then I was trying to explain what a scenario is. Like a scenario is our communication from our mobile app with the wallet app, right? So to create this communication, we're going to first create a scenario. Now, because we are going to be connecting locally, that means the two applications are on the device, the wallet app and our mobile app are on the same device. We're going to be creating a local scenario, right? Let me just remove this from here because it's not necessary. Not, let's put a text that says connect wallet. Pretty basic, right? So we'll wrap this text with a gesture detector. Right, so on tab you should call the connect wallet. Right, so you should, okay, there's an error. Complete. Before this, let's remove this old. Would not have error. We'll get there. So now, first things we need to create variables, right? Variables that would hold variables that are going to hold what we're going to be using. So first, we are going to create a scenario variable. Localization scenario. Using this because the two applications are local on the device, as I already said. So I'll call this mobile. Let's just call it scenario, right? So, or is this is it necessary? Right. So another thing we're going to need to create is, let's move on. We'll be creating the variables as we're moving. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start the scenario activity. Now we're going to start the scenario client, which brings us to having another variable, right? All right. So because the feature, we have to like await this, make this asynchronous. Right. So now we can access the properties. Uh, So what this the ignore here means is what we are doing basically here is we are starting the connection, right? We're starting the connection with the wallet here. And what this the ignore does is ignoring, completely ignores the future, right? And its results. I think this can be right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to start the scenario client. That's with the mobile wallet adapter client that we just created, right? Hmm. Let me check something. Let me just check my implementation real quick, right? I mean, this what this does is it brings up the mobile connect, the wallet connect modal, right? So the user like selects the wallets they want to use. So it starts the whole activity, right? If we check after that, we're going to rise and get our results, right? So we're creating a new variable to hold the results, right? And then we can see client dot authorize. I think this should be a way to can access the features. Right, so if we're going to be authorizing, we're going to need to pass in these variables. Now, this identity URI, right? You're going to pass in URI from so you're going to pass in the URI, right? One that you can always use is www.solana.com, right? Then icon URI is going to be like an extension of, right? It's going to be an extension of icon.ico. It's going to be an extension of this solana.com, right? Let's check So you see that this link should return a file you can use, right? Right. But if you check it out, you should return a file icon that we can use. So solana.com/file. Right. So that's how those two links work. So if this one doesn't extend this this link, you might have issues. And then cluster is going to be devnet. So now we just want to check if say if it's not no, we're going to do this. Right. So what we want to do is just pretty much print out the the result of the wallet connection and stuff, right? Right. So this is now we're going to see it eventually, but this is like this is a public key and it is a unit 8 list, just like what we saw in this wallet here. This is how it's going to come out, right? Can you guys hear me? Because this is not good because
We can hear you.
right. Um so we're going to put it in a way that is more readable, at least, instead of showing the user that your connected account is a list of fields, right? We're going to convert it to base 58. Or was that base 64? Let's see if it's base 64, I guess. Nope, should be base 58. Okay, let me just check over here. Okay, so the function is from this other package, right? So we need to add the package just to convert it. We'd also want to print. Let's see what else you can print. Yeah, the connected wallets. So this is going to return a string. It's going to return a string that is going to look more like what users get to see when they connect their wallets, right? So for some reason it hasn't updated on the mobile app. Yeah, I think we'll just stop it and rerun it. Right, so we're already getting out of time. So that's pretty much the implementation, right? So is there any questions why the app is being rerun? Maybe you have questions about the hackathon. I mean, we don't have enough details right now, but I think it's a very big alpha that nobody should miss out on, right? And it's coming this June. So by the time we're ending the workshop, we should get ready to like get in the hackathon. I mean, that's the aim of this workshop in the first. Right, so if we click, it should show us. It shows the ability to select the wallets that want to connect, right? If you can see this Flutter bottom sheet, is something that is also a protocol, but we're not going to talk about it in this workshop. It's for people that are going to be building wallet apps, right? So I'm going to select Phantom Wallet. I believe that these exceptions are normal because it's a WebSocket, so it's going to continuously be listening for connections, right? So once we have connected, the exceptions will just go away, something like that. So it should show a modal for wallets. This might be with the URL. Right. Let's go back and retry. I mean, let's It's another important meeting now, right? But that's pretty much how it works, right? So you connect. This is like the authentication method used to connect the user wallet to the mobile application. So you should go back to the mobile app here, right? But I don't close the connection. I should have done this. Sorry, I should have done dot close. Right, so there's the my bad scenario dot close. So I should close when. Right, so this pretty much it. You connect and it goes back. Right, so rounding up, is there any question? All right, so thank you guys for showing up. I believe that's all for today. Let's try to join in tomorrow, right?
All right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. I believe we all got a lot of things, learned a lot tonight. Tomorrow 7 p.m. we'll start up again day two, and let's get our laptops ready to build some exciting works. We'll try as much as possible to get the video ready before the end of today to get the recording out before the end of today so that we can catch up to speed. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.